think it's pretty safe to say we've all been there standing in front of a mirror, looking at ourselves, thinking that we just aren't enough. We look in that mirror and we find ourselves, and we say we're not attractive. At some time in our life, somebody has told us that we're not attractive. Hell, maybe even some of your parents, some of your family members, people that you actually care about, or that you're supposed to care about, have told you that you're not attractive. And it's easy for us to sit alone and focus on the negative. Welcome back to another episode of Sweat Talk. My name's Chad, and today I want to talk about how you're more attractive than you think. It seems like anymore we live in a world where our insecurities are magnified. We go on social media, constantly comparing ourselves to others. Maybe even there's social media or internet bullying, however you want to call it, whatever the proper term is. And then when we go stand in front of that mirror, our own inner voice just reaffirms that we're not attractive, or that nobody will find us attractive, especially when we're alone and we don't know a way out. That internal voice and internal dialogue that we have with ourselves, it doesn't help. We just stand there and drive that thought or that belief and that negative self-talk deeper into our subconscious mind. But what if I told you that you are more attractive than you think? We're always our own worst critic. For some reason, we will always point out our own flaws, and it's because we see them every day. Just like if we paint a room in our house and there's a spot that didn't get perfect coverage, nobody else will see it, but you will. You'll know it's there, so you have to be able to fix it. So you do. You fix that flaw. But with yourself, maybe it's your nose or your skin, or it's some other flaw that you see. It's something that you obsess over. Maybe because one of those bullies pointed it out, because that one person saw that flaw as well. But if we're real with ourselves, those flaws, those minor flaws, number one, we all have them. You can't be flawless. Everybody has those. And number two, the majority of people don't see them either. But it's something that we confirm in our own minds that everybody sees. It's just in our own heads that everybody else notices these flaws. Some of us have been told over time that we're unattractive or we're ugly. And hearing that, it can hit hard. When you do hear that, it can stick. But if we do hear that, or if we have that thought in our head that maybe we are ugly or we are unattractive, says who, man? If somebody says that, we have to consider the source. And if somebody's saying that, if somebody tells you that you're unattractive or you're ugly, you have to be able to see that that's coming from their own insecurities and their own belief that they're ugly as well. They're just trying to make themselves feel better by watching somebody else suffer in misery, because they think that somehow that's going to make them a better person or feel better about themselves. Because just because somebody said it, or just because you believe it, it doesn't mean at all that it's true. Hello. So today I'm going to ask you guys to put beautiful in the comments. That's it. Just the word beautiful. When you guys do that, it drives it home for people that are showing up in the future. It helps us realize it and believe it ourselves. And it also helps the YouTube algorithm push this content out to more people, because the algorithm wants to see that engagement. Over the course of our lives, we've been trained by TV, social media, those assholes, to focus on the negative instead of focusing on what makes us unique as people, the unique qualities that we hold, each and every one of us. But even that's not the full picture. Think about what makes us rare. Think about what makes us unique. And if you can think about that for 1 second, you'll realize that you are rare. Rare also means scarcity. Rare and scarcity also means high worth, and it also means beauty, even though we may not be able to see it sometimes, or others may not be able to see it sometimes. You truly are beautiful. There's never been, there never will be another you in the entire universe. Not just the world, but the universe. If you're able to really let that sink in, the way you look, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, it's all truly unique. And that uniqueness makes you valuable in ways that you may not realize. Yes, there are things we can do to become better speakers, to maybe increase our appeal. But you as you are right now, you are rare. All too often we don't understand, or we underestimate just how much others appreciate our uniqueness, just how much just how much we provide to the workplace, to the world, and to each other. One of the things that we can do to make ourselves more attractive is to learn how to listen. Because a good listener stands out in a world where everybody feels that they need to be heard. They all want to be the center of attention, and people are always going to be drawn to those who are able to make them feel understood. That's our human nature. Like, if you think about the people that you truly love being around, oftentimes they're the ones that make you feel understood. And those are the ones that are often the ones that truly listen. When you listen to somebody, you're able to make that person feel seen and heard and understood, and automatically that's going to increase your appeal. That person is going to want to be around you more because they feel like you get them. By default, that's going to make you more attractive, both mentally and physically. You're able to mentally stimulate and encourage openness for those around you. It also makes you more attractive emotionally. I mean, how many people do you know that you can actually open up emotionally to and feel confident? And I mean truly open up and express your emotions, be vulnerable with. There's not many. So since that in itself is rare, it's going to leave a lasting impression that won't soon be forgotten. Because in my opinion, attractiveness, it's not only about the way that you look. There's so many things that go into what actually makes a person attractive. It's about how you carry yourself, your posture, how you treat people, the energy that you bring to a room. It's how you make those around you feel when they are around you. Kindness, empathy, vulnerability, those things are like a magnet, and they just draw people to you. And you could be the most textbook, beautiful looking person in the world, but if you don't have those attributes, who the hell's gonna want to be around you? Not anybody worth a damn anyway. It's gonna be all fake. It's gonna be a bunch of people that want to do nothing but seek external validation for themselves and their own selfish reasons. It's gonna be the people that, even if you knew them, you wouldn't want them around you. Those are gonna be the people that talk shit about you to others, or talk shit about others to you. Remember, those that talk about others to you, talk about you to others. That's how it works. So use that as a warning sign. When you're standing there with somebody and all they're doing is sitting there talking shit about somebody, that's your sign. It's your sign to stay the fuck away from that person. That's a sign that that's not a person to be vulnerable with. That's a person that you don't want to trust with anything. And I think the best part about that is valuing yourself, valuing your own uniqueness, becoming a good listener, fixing your posture, standing up straight with your shoulders back. These are all things that you can build. These aren't things that we're born with. These are things that we have to build over time, and we can work on and make them stronger and make these attributes shine even more over time, because ultimately you have control over those. The more you work on them, the more attractive you become. The more you work on them, the more results you'll see. The more you'll be motivated to get your mind right. You'll be motivated to eat healthy, fix your nutrition, get into the gym, so that it's even easier to stand up straight with your shoulders back and carry that charisma into a room, own that room, and be the energy. Ultimately, the key is you are more attractive than you think, but you need to realize that. Because as long as you don't realize that, you're gonna hold yourself back from overcoming all those negative thoughts and the belief that you're not attractive or you're not a beautiful person. You're not gonna be able to overcome the belief that's inside of you that keeps playing over and over that people don't like you. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes me. You gotta get over that shit, man. You gotta start to believe that people do like you. And taking steps, just simple steps like I already outlined, taking those simple steps will propel you well on your way. You gotta be able to stop focusing on what's wrong and start focusing on what's right. Start remembering that you're rare and you are unique, because there's never been anything, anyone, anything, anywhere that's as unique as you. So if you find yourself standing in front of that mirror and you say, I'm ugly, or I'm not attractive, I want you to think, says who? And then remind yourself just how unique you actually are, and start taking steps to proving that uniqueness to yourself. Because realistically, you are rare, and that's more than enough. I hope that you guys are able to get something out of this. I hope that I'm able to open your eyes to seeing just how beautiful every one of us actually is, just how beautiful you are. And I hope I've been able to convince you to stop with the negative self-talk and change it up and switch it to beautiful self-talk that's positive. And that's all I got for today, guys. I appreciate you showing up. I hope you're showing up for yourselves. Thank you for all the support, all the amazing feedback that you guys have given me. I want to thank all those of you guys that are leaving the, what do they call? They're like super tips or something like that. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. I'm grateful. I'm absolutely grateful for you guys, and I can't thank you enough. And I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful day. Peace.